crypto is falling, and primarily Bitcoin is falling at the time of recording. And I was about to literally call it a day, go to sleep almost, or at least go and watch some stuff on the TV when I like to kind of relax. But I wanted to make this video on why I think Bitcoin's falling, because I know this will help probably a couple of people if you are thinking about selling. So just look at this right now in the early. In the last, give or take, since 4 p.m., give or take UK time, Bitcoin is down 5%. And what you're going to see is, for example, Ethereum, just look at Ethereum, guys. Ethereum's starting to fall. And if you start looking at coins like Brett, for example, that's really starting to fall. You know, you look at Redo, you look at, just most coins. Sui, for example, is now taking a big beating. And there's a couple of reasons I think why this is happening. Mostly people getting, scared. But if you're just clocking in for the first couple of minutes, guys, don't be alarmed by this. Do not be alarmed by this. You're a long-term hodler. So this video can just stop somebody from selling and FOMOing the fucking bags. Just stop right there, young man. Get off the Binance. Get off the Kraken. It's not time to sell. You've done so well. You've done so hard work, grafting. It is not time to start panicking, because I know, and there's going to be so many people wanting to sell. They can't take it anymore. They just can't take all this decline. Again, going back to Bitcoin, they just can't handle this. Back on 14th of August, give or take, literally one day ago, nearly 10% on Bitcoin, guys. It's a lot. It is a lot, especially if you look at altcoins. So I want to talk about something real quick before I give you, my opinion on what I think you should do. And you guys already know what I think you should do. But it's a historical day today. 53 years ago today, exact today, you got a guy called President Richard Nixon. He took the US off the gold standard. And since then, the purchasing power of the dollar plummeted. And why is this so important? Because when we take our profits, whether you're in GBP, Canada, Australia, we're here to go back to the dollar, or our currency, right? Because we want to buy some shit with money, right? Unfortunately, right now, or it wouldn't be smart to use Bitcoin for purchases. I've done it a couple of times. I bought an expensive watch in Tether USDT, but we're not here to spend the cryptocurrency, right? What we're here to do primarily is to buy any cryptocurrency, write it up, get the cash out, and use that. But you have to understand something. 53 years ago, and ever since then, the dollar has been plummeted in terms of dollar value, and that is very scary. You know why that's so scary? Because you're the traditional wages, the 95er. You're getting royally fucked with the purchasing power of the dollar. If you just ask yourself a couple of years ago, back in 2020 or even 2019, you could afford a lot more stuff. Now, yes, your pay might have went up, but I promise you it's not catching up with inflation. It is very scary if you're not in cryptocurrencies to get rich, and if you're getting panic sold right now, I don't want you to do this. I really want to save a couple of you guys that are thinking about panicking. So, just real quick. USD has faced continuous downward trend in purchasing power. Bitcoin has consistently shown signs of increasing value, right? So over the long term, yes, this sucks, right? Your dollar value doesn't go down 10% in a fucking day, right? Unless you're from Venezuela or some other, like Argentina, when like literally the country plummeted, right? It was crazy. Stories like that. So look at this. This is mad, man. This is honestly mad, man. If we're trying to get rich and buy all this cool stuff, or at least set ourselves up so we don't have to work again, the purchase is down 86% since 1971. My dad was born in 1966, I think. He's still alive. So since he's been a little baby, 86% of his purchasing power has been fucking thrashed, man. It's been thrashed. It's very scary, man. And this is why we're in cryptocurrency, and this is chances why you're in cryptocurrency. But if this is shaking you out, I want you to reconsider. I can't tell you what to do. I'm only telling you what I'm doing. So again, crypto's rise is given by growth acceptance, speculation, and potential of inflation hedge. That's why we're in cryptocurrency, whether you're in Bitcoin, altcoins, or Brett, or Ethereum, whatever. USD inflation highlights impacts of centralized economic policy. So we need cryptocurrency, man. The small guy needs cryptocurrency. He can't go and buy stocks. He can't go and buy real estate. It's very hard to get rich in normal investments. Cryptocurrency will give us this by 2025. But this is the volatility you pay for a better 2025. You have to stomach this. It sucks, man. It sucks. It's like going to the gym, you don't see any growth or any gains, and then eventually 4 or 5 months from now, you're like, hang on a minute. The bicep grown. Hang on a minute. The chest is looking bigger. And that is the same as cryptocurrency, as stupid as that sounds. All the work you do right now, you don't see the fruits of the labor yet. You don't see it unless you catch a meme coin pump. That's fantastic. But traditionally, most of the stuff, it doesn't go great when you start off. It would be nice to buy something continuously goes up, but if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. And I promise you, nobody's doing that. Who do you know right now that does cryptocurrency? Probably nobody. Maybe your friends, some of them, but nobody is as serious as you. If you're watching a video like this and you've got the attention span of not like everybody on TikTok, and you're 7 minutes in this video, 5 minutes in this video, and you're still watching this, you're serious about cryptocurrency. It's a long form, boring video, but you're here to better yourself by 2025. Okay, so this cannot get you out of the game. Okay, and we always talk about this. So we talk about why or what is better, Bitcoin or gold. But just going back just to cryptocurrency right now, look at the liquidations, man. Look at the 1 hour wreck, 50 million liquidations, nearly 60 million in the last hour. All these fucking idiots trading on leverage, wrecking the market, man, wrecking the market. And again, it's a nice post here, give you some positivity, because that's what we're here for. It's not all sunshines and rainbows yet. It will be in 2025. You're still going to have to stomach some losses on paper, but the trajectory is up. It always has been. So 2016, post-halving, this guy talks about we consolidated for 170 days before our breakout. 170, that's 6 months, bro. That's 6 months of going to the gym and no gains. It sucks. 2020, obviously, whoopsie doopsie. Again, basically 170 days. 2024, we're now at 129 days. So if we believe history repeats, we've got another 35 to 40 days of this bullshit, and that's fine, because that gives you the opportunity to still go all in. You've got another month of your paycheck coming in. Let's get that funneled in, bro. Doesn't matter if you buy today and it goes down lower. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Fear and greed right now. You can see we're at 29. It's funny. I just, talking about prices and everything, I just actually purchased a McLaren, and it's now showing me ads of trying to tune the McLaren. I'll have more on that later on. Yes, I just bought a McLaren. We'll talk about that later on. And that just shows you, I've been in this cryptocurrency game for 4 years now. Okay, I bought a McLaren in the bear mini cycle market. Is that not motive? If you don't like cars, fair enough, but I don't believe you don't. You want a fast car. Why the fuck not? I just bought a Tesla last week. I just bought this new apartment. Yes, I'm paying rent for this apartment, but the McLaren was cash. The Tesla was cash. Okay, that should fucking motivate you to show you that I'm in the game with you. There's nothing different between me and you rather than my mindset. And this shit doesn't scare me. Does not scare me. I've already bought as much cryptocurrency today as possible. Yes, I would like to time the market and buy back in here, but that's not the way the game goes. It doesn't go like that. So again, fear and greed right now. If you look at max, we're very close to max fear, man. And that is good, because that's when you get an opportunity to buy. If you look in 1 year, we're right at the fucking worst of the worst. 3 months, pretty much right at the worst. And again, last month, we're right at bear zero. This is good. I'll give you one more motivation before we go back to talking about gold. If you look at this, you can track whales. Obviously, you'll see like Binance's address, Kraken's address. Don't track these. But here's a random fucking guy, probably just like me and you. Okay? He just knows the game. He's got 4 billion in Bitcoin. Literally, July, he bought 2,000 Bitcoin. Okay, and you can see when he's been buying, man. 700 Bitcoin, 1,000 Bitcoin, 4,800 Bitcoin. Yes, that's not all possible nowadays, right? He's been buying. He's obviously had a big business, or it's maybe a huge whale, some company, whatever. But we track big wallets, man, because these guys are in the game. These guys are billions of dollars in the game. Just look. June, 5,000 Bitcoin. It's 206 million, I think. A couple days after, literally 1 week after, 29th, he bought another 3,000 Bitcoin. And then we had the 2,000 Bitcoin. Okay? I want to follow guys like this. If you're looking at me saying, okay, Jake just bought McLaren, follow him. Don't follow me, Bran. Let's follow guys like this. Now, these guys are buying Bitcoin. Who knows what this guy has in his altcoin portfolio? Okay? I don't know who this is. It's not some exchange that I can see. It's just some guy, some company. Might be Michael Saylor. I don't know. The point is, you need to be long Bitcoin. You need to be long crypto. So, why is Bitcoin better than gold? I want you guys to answer that in the comments below. Why do you think Bitcoin is better than gold? I've given my reasons before, and I've got a bunch of reasons here. And this is why gold just doesn't do as well. Or you would just buy gold. It doesn't make sense. So, as clear, Bitcoin's obviously outperforming gold on price basis. That's obviously what we all care about. But if we think psychologically, to break it down, there's a bunch of other characteristics that make, Bitcoin way more superior than gold. Finite supply. Super, super important. Some people argue gold's finite, but they can go mine it. It's still out there in the world, and there's way more. And here's the big things. You can buy $1 billion, $1 million, 100,000, $10 worth of Bitcoin, and you can go on a plane. I can go on a plane with $1 million worth of Bitcoin in my treasure, my ledger, and I can sit on that plane and nobody bats an eyelid. Can you do that with gold? Fuck no. There's no expensive to move gold. You know how expensive it is? It's very expensive, especially if you're a lot. You don't have to worry about people stealing it. So again, if you're one of those cash under the mattress guys, you've just got a couple $1,000 worth of gold, $10,000 worth of gold, 100,000 worth of gold, and you're storing it yourself because there's fees to store your gold. So you probably don't want to do that if you're like still a small player in gold, which is probably 10k, even 100k. It's probably not worth it to store at the banks. You got to sleep under a mattress with it. Try store 100k in gold at home without being paranoid as F. The BTC can hide in a 5 centimeters of piece of paper. Of course, you have to not forget your passcode, etc. Understand the the self-custody problems, that's up to you. If I had 5 million worth of Bitcoin or gold and shit really hit the fan in the country I'm in, let's say the UK just bans it, I'm gone. See you later. This happened, by the way. They took all the gold off you. I can't remember what year it was. They took all the gold. And I could just literally move to another country, jump on that airport. I would start a new life. Nothing. If you're in gold, it's game over. And again, don't believe me, Michael Saylor, one of the biggest guys and biggest believers in Bitcoin, I think himself. And he has some other cryptocurrency, man. He has some Ethereum. He has some place. Come on, Michael. Is going to eat gold, he says. Owner of nearly 205,000 Bitcoin, worth nearly 12 billion, give or take. And he says it'll eat gold in the future. It has all the metal, great attributes, but none of its problems. The problem is you can't take it anywhere. You have to pay banks to store it, and you've got people worrying about stealing it if you're doing it at a small level in your house. Another example is gold can't easily be moved from New York to Tokyo in a few minutes. Okay, unlike Bitcoin. I can send anybody in the world right now Bitcoin. If I'm trying to do some sort of transaction, wallet to wallet, or buy something, even USDT, even Ethereum, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I've been paid in many cryptocurrencies, stablecoins or not, and you might have been as well, especially if your business owner going forward. It's where business is going to go, in my opinion. You can't just do that with gold. You can't just ship gold to Tokyo in a few minutes, let alone the fees, the legal paperwork you probably have to do, the taxes, etc. You have to declare it. You could do that with Bitcoin in 1 second. Take the Bitcoin. It's done. And he also expects Bitcoin to divert money away from other risk assets. So you talk about real estate, you talk about the stock market, and that's already happening in real time. So again, you're looking at this chart right now and you're panicking. If you can just get rid of that, it's obvious, man. It really is obvious where we're going. And I promise you, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Nothing's easy in life, especially if you want to make money. Making money, especially in cryptocurrency, if you can't handle the storm and you're a long-term hodler, like probably most of you guys, it is tough. Because this shit sucks, man. This shit sucks, especially if you've got negative Nellies in your house. Imagine if your wife, your kids are like, why are you still buying this, man? Dad, you're just letting us down, man. You're wasting all this money. That fucking sucks, man. And I'm really fear for you if you've got those people around you. And there's nothing you really can do, especially if there are kids involved. If you want, you can be a fucking killer. If I had that negative Nelly in my house, be gone. See you later. But I get the game. And I want you guys to understand the game. This is nothing. We can wake up tomorrow, man. We can wake up tomorrow and we can be here. We could be way lower. But you know what to do. I don't need to tell you what to do. You buy as much of this as possible, especially in your altcoins. That's probably what you're interested in more. And you know where we're going to be in 2025. You're not going to build the perfect portfolio. All of your coins are not going to go 100% up, 200% up, 300% up. Some of them will. Some of them will go 1,000% up. But you're going to have some losers. And I want to tell you that's okay. It's completely okay to pick some bad horses. As long as you've got a basket of altcoins and some long-term Bitcoin, it doesn't really matter what you do, man. I promise you'll make money. Goodbye.